Sorry guys, my video got cut off. I'm on a brand new phone, brand new camera system. I barely put anything on my phone except for a few important apps, and now my camera's getting cut off. Okay, well apparently whenever I delete things, it goes to a trash folder in my phone. Then I have to go to my trash folder and then go and manually delete those. So I guess that's a good feature to have in case I accidentally delete anything. So I can double check my trash can to make sure it's everything I want to throw away. It's fine. Whatever. We're good to go. This video will not be cut off. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that last thing that was on my knitting loom. I saved the best for last. I know you guys want to see that. And we're going to go ahead and do the ice yarns and bagging, which I hate to do right now because now I have cat paralysis. Raven is on my lap, purring away. Here she is. Hi, Raven. You're on camera. You're on camera. Look. Look. Look, baby. So cute. So pretty. So for those of you who don't know, Raven is 15 years old. She's been my pride and joy since she was a baby. I think I took her home when she was maybe about 8 weeks old. And I've had her ever since. She has had some siblings the first 3-4 years of her life. I've let in a stray at a time. That stray was starting to teach my cats how to pee on the countertops in the kitchen. I couldn't have that, so I kicked the stray out and found a home for one of the cats. And long story short, you know, one of Raven's siblings, Gray Striped Tabby, she fell in love and became comfortable at an ex-boyfriend's mother's house. So it's just me and Raven now. And she's my black beauty. Yes, she is. So she is why my channel is named Raven's Crochet, because she's literally with me here on the couch pretty much most of the time when I crochet. She'll sit in my lap interrupting me because the attention that I'm giving to the yarn pretty much belongs to her. So, and that is true. Any attention you give when you are sitting and lounging, resting, belongs to your furry critter or your furry four-legged friend, pretty much. So, okay, so this last thing I had on my knitting loom, I want to go ahead and show you guys. Okay, you're going to get up now. You're getting up now. So cute. So cute. So cute. Chin scratches for Raven. You guys hear her purr? Okay, off you go. Off you go. It's okay. Okay, so let's get the show on the road. The last thing I put on my knitting loom, Jennifer over at Cinnamon Stitches just did a review on, and I wasn't even expecting it because I just sent her some in her Happy Mail for her to use for her niece, her new niece that's about to arrive. Congratulations, by the way. My sister is expecting a boy next spring, late spring, so early spring, excuse me, well after winter. This is Puzzle Baby yarn. I sent her a couple of skeins of these because they are like 660 meters and well worth it. Extremely soft. This is what I have left over because I did not loom the entire skein on my loom because I was getting tired. It was getting late. I wanted to stop cranking and I wanted to sit and watch one more episode of Grace and Frankie before going to bed. Just relaxing. But this is pretty much the leftover. It's gorgeous, gorgeous rainbow neons. It's like a pastel neon rainbow in my opinion. But just look at this gorgeousness. Look at this. Please stop what you're doing and look. You're going to want to see this rainbow. Isn't this so pretty? It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love this worked up. It's not really something I would particularly wear out. There's a mistake right there in the yellow, but I'm going to go back and redo this because the end is like kind of foobar a little bit. But this is so gorgeous. I love how this works up. I know Jennifer could not sample up a swatch quick enough to show you guys all of the colors, but here you go. I'm doing this to help Jennifer out as well. Hi, Jennifer, in case you see this. This is Puzzle Baby yarn. They come in a pack of 2 for like $6.99. I think it's well worth it. That's without shipping, by the way. $6.99 is the price of the yarn itself. Comes in a pack of 2. I ordered a boy colorway, and I ordered some more pink, green, blue, and white. And this one is the rainbow. They sold out of this first when they first came out with this yarn. And they have restocked. There are still several lots. A lot is a package of yarn, and they come in packs. So there's like a big hole right there. If you loom too fast and you don't maintain your tension, if your yarn kind of loosens up too much, that can happen. So you really don't want to put an electric crank on your loom unless you know you have a steady, non-wobbly surface and you're not going super duper fast, and you're maintaining your tension and it's not getting caught or stuck, and the needles on the loom are not having to pull on it. That's when you're going to have mistakes, is when you have too much tight of a tension and you're going way too fast, not paying attention. So I was watching TV when I did this, but I'm going to redo it. But this is just so gorgeous. I love it, and it's super soft, super soft. They classify this yarn on its ball band as a 2-weight yarn, but it is very much a chunkier 2-weight yarn. Very close, very similar to a DK weight yarn. So if you like DK weight yarns, you'll love this yarn. Extremely gorgeous, extremely soft. It is 100% acrylic, easily washable and dryable. I've already made another blanket with this. I've already washed and dried it and gifted it. She loves it. And I made the llama lovey with this yarn as well, and it is gorgeous. The mama loves it, and I love this yarn so much. I just ordered like 3 more packs of this today. I've got more yarn here. We're fixing to unbag, and I ordered more of it today, this morning, or last night. Maybe last night I placed the order. Anyways, let me get some of this yarn out of the way. I don't need that. I'm gonna put that away. Put that away. All this yarn just needs to be put away. Just put them in bags for now. All those I don't need to be working on. Okay, so I have 1 big package of rice yarns and 1 small package. We're going to start with a small package. So this is new to me. This is a self-striping yarn. 71891 is the lot number. They don't have color names, but if you go to iceyarns.com, at the top of the screen where you see the search bar, type in this 5-digit lot number. It will bring you directly to this yarn and direct color scheme. This is a light gray and white. I thought this would be gorgeous. Gray and white is very popular right now. And I wanted to... excuse me. Sorry, my head's a little cut off there. I wanted to see how this is. This is a bulky weight yarn. Very soft and pretty. It's a roving style yarn. It's loosely spun. Very gorgeous colorway. Has that gradient marl effect in it too. Very gorgeous. It's got some solid striping and some marled striping, as you can see on the other donuts. I love donuts. I love donuts. I rarely ever... Now, other people have different opinions that I actually have heard on in this community. But to me, donuts, I rarely ever have a problem with donuts tangling. That's me, though. That's just me. This is very much a chunky 5-weight yarn. What does the ball band say? Because I don't remember. Self-striping, 10% wool, 90% acrylic. It just says gray shades for the color name. I don't like these ball bands, though. That's the only thing about donuts is these ball bands. I don't like these ball bands. Anyways, let's see here. It's 80 grams, 150 meters. 10% wool, 90% acrylic. Anything higher than 15% wool, I don't typically gravitate towards, because I particularly do not like the feel of wool. I would rather keep myself warm with alpaca because it's much softer. But that's me. I mean, everyone has their preference. No big deal. This is a gorgeous yarn. what did I say was in it? 150 meters. So that's for, this is well over 600 yards. So I can easily make a gorgeous hat and scarf with this. I'm going to try using this on my knitting loom. I think this will be so pretty. And that just tore off. Lovely. Their plastic bags are not the best, but I love the fact that Ice Yarns bags all of their yarn. Because what if the package gets wet? What if? If you don't want to store your yarn in plastic, that's fine, no big deal. Everyone has their preference. But what if your package gets wet? Oh, I ordered 2 of these. Here's another one. Same lot, 71891. Yep. So I ordered 2, so I have 1,200 yards. And I ordered 71805 is the lot number. It's Pilates, burgundy, purples is the color name. Burgundy, purples, grays. I think there's lots of grays in here. Pilates, P-E-L-O-T-A-S. Does anyone know how to pronounce that? Pilates. I'm going to Google search it, but if I had to guess, that sounds like a Roman athlete from the 1st century. Because that's when games in Rome were at their peak. I'm just saying, it sounds like a Roman name. Pilates. Pilates or Pilates. I don't know. Sounds like a Roman athlete's name. Not trying to be fancy, I'm just saying. Roman athletes in the gladiator games, they were at its peak at the first century, from 117 AD to 352 BC. No, I'm sorry, 117 BC to 352 AD. Yeah, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Anyways, this is so gorgeous. I thought the colorway was gorgeous, and this is soft. This reminds me of Premier Puzzle. This is a 5 chunky, 5 bulky, it says. This reminds me of Premier Puzzle. That's why I bought them. That's why I bought it. This is so soft. Sorry if the colors are washed out. I'm trying to give you guys proper colors. Turn my lamp off. That's pretty much true color right there. They're very dark, but you can see it does have some pink in it, some orchards. Definitely need that lamp on. I think it's gorgeous. I'm really trying to get it true on camera. It's just really hard. I think it's because of the brightness of the sun coming through the window. I don't know, but usually that's the best time to film, is when it's got a lot of daylight outside. This is gorgeous, though. It's definitely a marled yarn. I can't wait to see how this looks like worked up. And I'm thinking, just like the Color Fusion Premier Color Fusion Chunky yarn, this might split on my loom, knitting loom, but I'm going to try and see. But this comes in a pack of 2, and this was, I completely forgot to tell you guys the pricings and everything. I'll tell you guys how much I paid for at the end of this video, since I've already started opening up everything. But the prices for that yarn, the one I just looked at, is $8 a bag. $8. I did order some Puzzle Baby, and those are $7 a package. The self-striping gray shades, this was $7 a package. I ordered some $3 packaged yarns. I always, at the end of filling up my cart, I go to the closeout yarns. There's like a little bitty tab at the very top of the web page, no matter what page you're on the website, right? iceyarns.com. Doesn't matter what page you're on, the very top of each website screen that they have. Go to the very top, you've got selections like daily deals, Tuesday promotions, closeout yarns, and there's like a few other selections. Closeout yarns, I go to that, and I have it listed from lowest price to highest price, and I pick maybe 2 or 3 bags of yarn. That's $3 or $4 a bag. And that significantly increases the value of yarn that I get for my dollar. I do that every single time, and I recommend you do the same if you shop on Ice Yarns. Add a couple of bags of those closeout yarns. If you don't use them, you can if you want to donate, make some stuff to donate. That's good yarn to use. Easily washable and dryable. I just find some basic acrylic yarns that are $3 a bag. No big deal. You get probably about 800 to 1,200 yards of yarn for like $5 with shipping. That's a pretty damn good deal. So anyways, prices. Let's order some. Let's open up some more yarn. This, for instance, is a bag of yarn that was $3. This is a closeout yarn. This one is called Sail Summer Rainbow 71919. Sail Summer, and the colorway they gave this is called Rainbow. This is cotton and acrylic, if I remember correctly, which I'm fixing to read the ball band anyway. It's a little scratchy, but this is cotton yarn. It's a 50-gram little skein, 125 meters, 75% cotton, 25% acrylic. And the white, to me, looks like it's cotton. And the rainbow colors wrapped around it is the acrylic. Because there's way more white cotton in there than there is rainbow acrylic yarn. And it's 25% acrylic. Yep, and 75% cotton. So this will be a gorgeous little tank top. I'm going to work this 2 strands together at a time because this is only a 2-weight yarn. Very, very thin, super thin for me. But it was $3 a package. I got 3 of these. I think I have maybe 1 more package on the way I just ordered. And it looks really fun to work with. I'm gonna work two skeins at a time. Oh, it's so pretty. And I think this will be great for making tops, maybe a cardigan, or maybe a skirt, you know, any kind of summery garment. And I can obviously donate some of this yarn too. I can put some in giveaways so other people, so some of you guys have a chance to use Ice Yarns. I got 3 packages of this right now sitting here, and 1 or 2 more on the way. So one of these packages will more than likely go into a giveaway. Because the more yarn I can order for the value of my dollar, I will do it. I will choose some good yarns to share with you guys. And there it goes to the floor. There's 2 more. 2 more. So one of these will go in a giveaway. Not till next year though. Well, it's going to be after Christmas. Because I do have something else coming up soon. Here's a couple of more packages of that Pilates yarn, the dark grays and purples I just showed you guys. It comes in a pack. 71805. 71805. These got torn in the middle. That's okay. I ordered more than I thought I did, but this to me reminds me of Premier Puzzle, and I got 6 skeins of this now. I think I actually ordered an additional package of this, so I'm gonna have enough to make like a small throw blanket and a hat and scarf set. Obviously, I want to make a hat and scarf set with this stuff. I love this color. I love grays and purples together. And here's another color. This is not Pilates. This one is called Self-Striping. 71635. This to me also reminds me of Premier Puzzle. And I'll take this one out and show you the color. This is just as soft. Just as soft. Look at that beautiful color. Aqua blues and light lavenders and a light purple. Oh, just so pretty. So soft. Made in Turkey, obviously. Ice Yarns is in Turkey. This one is 200 grams, 320 meters, 100% acrylic. This colorway name they put on here is Turquoise Lilac. Turquoise Lilac, 71635. So they don't have color names on these bulb bands. It's pretty much, you know, the name of the branding. And then they have the lot number. And then they have, that's the line of yarn. Like, okay, so like you have Red Heart, you have Unforgettable is the line of the yarn. And then you've got the color name, which they don't put the color name on here. You can see part of the color name, which they just list off a bunch of colors. Most of the color names for ice yarns, they're just listing off a bunch of colors that are mixed in with the yarns. If it's just a plain orange, they'll say plain orange. If it's just pink, they'll say pink. If it's like a powder blue, they'll say powder blue. They're pretty basic like that. So if you want to know the color name, you have to go online and look at the lot number, because most chances are you're not going to see the color name on the ball band, because it's part, it's just only part, and they're smaller donut, they're smaller little donut. Ball bands don't have as much information because they're really small space, you know, yada yada. This is obviously easily washable and dryable. It is 100% acrylic. So that's going to be gorgeous. Worked in, I'm going to work this in with some of this. I have like 3 or 4 other skeins from a Premier Puzzle. I'm going to add this in and make like a whole like big rainbow multicolorful blanket. Nice winter chunky blanket, right? So this is a closeout yarn. This is a Sail Plain Pink. Looks like they retaped the label on, which is nice. Thank you, Ice Yarns. 67729 is the lot number. This is $3 a package. And this is just a basic bright, like princess pink. I thought this would be good for the girls. I have a friend that likes pink. Maybe I can send her some yarn. Ooh. I know. Mommy's looking. It feels different. It smells like a factory. It smells like a yarn factory. If any factory smells good, it's going to be a yarn factory, right? It smells like a fiber mill. Fiber mill. Gorgeous. 50-gram little donut. It's 100% acrylic, washable and dryable. It has a little bit of peel. I mean, a little bit of a halo. Just a little bit. You can tell right here against my shirt. It's got a little bit of a halo, but not much. It has a sheen in it. It has a big sheen. It's not shiny. Doesn't have any glitter, sparkles, or speckles, or any metallic threads or sequins, and none of that. It just has a sheen in it, and it's really, really gorgeous. Really gorgeous. So this is pretty much like a Barbie pink, in my opinion. Barbie pink. Barbie pink. This would be this. It's like a bubblegum color. That's one of the reasons why I got it. It looks like a bubblegum color, and it is a 4 worsted weight yarn. It's loosely spun. But I don't think I'll have much splitting issues with it because of the way it is spun. It's loosely spun, but it's tightly spun as well. So I think it will be fine on the knitting loom. I can make a cute little hat for one of my sisters that likes pink. Summer likes pink. She had a pink smart car for like over a year. My sister Summer would love this. So, and I got a couple more things in here. Here's some more Puzzle Baby. This is what they come like. This one is 67948. They come in packs of 2. Again, this is $7, I believe. Let me double check. Puzzle Baby, where are you? Self-striping Pilates Puzzle Baby. There we go. $7. $7 for this. And this is the pink, blue, green, and white colorway. These skeins are huge. They literally are 200-gram skeins, 610 meters. They classify it as a 2-weight yarn, but it is a thick number 2, very much a DK weight yarn. There is the information. So here's another example. They do not have the color name on here. They have the line of the yarn. That's the branding, the manufacturing branding, just like it would be Red Heart or Premier, Line Brand, all those major brand yarns, Paint Box. There's the line of your yarn, just like as if it was Color Fusion, or it was Butterfly, or if it was Unforgettable, but they don't have the color name on here. So, but they do have the specs. They have the grams, and they have the meters. They don't have the yardage, and they don't have the ounces. So that's why I do like the fact that they have grams and meters on there. Grams, I can convert that to yards easily. Meters, you can convert that to yards. 610 meters, that's a lot more than 610 yards. So that's amazing. I would say maybe 650 yards, maybe 650, maybe a little bit more, maybe 667 yards. If I recall correctly, 610 meters is maybe 667 yards. I think that's what it might have said on Ice Yarn's website. But this is the pink, blue, green, and white colorway. That rainbow colorway is different. I do have some more of that coming. Of this rainbow colorway. This is pretty much how it looks when it's worked up. This is just a different colorway. Different colorway. And they always look different because they're spun up differently. But these colors are more than likely inside of this skein, as these colors are inside of this skein. That's just the nature of the yarn worked up, especially when you have two colors worked together and they're spun up into one strand. I love that effect. A lot of people do. It's why Puzzle Baby, one reason why Puzzle Baby is so popular. And the yarn is also really, really soft. And this yarn is perfect for making baby stuff. That's hence the name Puzzle Baby. It reminds me of Premier's puzzle yarn because it's just a soft, it's just a squishy, it's just a smaller weight yarn. It's a 3-weight yarn, not a 5-weight. And one more yarn I have to show you guys. I actually wanted to do comparison with. Crinkle Alert. Crinkle Alert! They had some, this is self-striping, another self-striping yarn. This reminds me of that Marl yarn that Premier recently came out with. This one is self-striping 71912. And look at its gorgeousness. Look at this. I wanted to compare this to the Premier Marl yarn. Uh-oh. That's not good. I need to contact Ice Yarns about that. Yep. That's not good. I could soak that in hot water or steam it or something, but still, I mean, if I cut that out, that's a lot of knots. This is 115 grams, 210 meters, 100% acrylic. The color name they have it just says turquoise shades. Turquoise shades. This feels a lot like Karen Simply Soft, in my opinion. It's extremely soft and very scarfable. Totally wear this against your skin, no problems. It's not scratchy at all. It's nice and soft. It feels just like Karen Simply Soft, in my opinion. But let me go grab it real quick. I have a skein aside I wanted to compare this to. The skein is not as big. It's actually really, really very much smaller than the one I got from Premier. This is Premier Basic Marl. Let me take it out of the package. They sent it just like this in the packaging. I love how they wrap up their yarn, and I love the plastic that they use. Premier is amazing. If you have not tried Premier yarns, I highly recommend that you do. And sometime next year, real soon, I will do a giveaway of nothing but Premier yarns. I think that would be awesome. Let's see if I can get this open, preferably without tearing the back so I can reuse it. Okay. Alright, here we go. So Premier Basic Marl is extremely plushy and soft and very gorgeous. They have really bright tropical aquas in here. And this one from Ice Yarn is very dull and muted in color. I just wanted to buy to compare, so you can see the difference, and so I can see the difference. I'm liking the Premier much better. Not only is it a bigger skein, it's, I think the colors are more beautiful. To me, this is like a smoky blue. Smoky cloud, rainy day blue. But it still is very gorgeous. Has a lot more fuzz to it, though. A lot more fuzz. I don't know if you can tell the difference. Look at that. Look at the difference of the halo. This one has a lot more fuzz. But it's still very, very pretty yarn, and it's very soft. Very soft. This one feels just a touch scratchy, but that will wear down as you wash and dry it over time, especially when you fluff it and soften it in the dryer. Because the fabric's rubbing up against each other in high heat softens it up. You don't even need dryer sheets. That in itself softens it up enough when it's flapping around in the dryer. Both super soft. I'm going to work a sample of both of these up, and I might do a comparison video just for these two yarns. I think that might be fun. And I'll work up a granny swatch in both just to see how they work up. And I might do a single crochet swatch, or actually I'll put these on the knitting loom before I start filming, and then I'll show you guys how it frogs and everything. I think that'll be fun. Yeah. So I got that. And then I have a tutorial I still need to do for you guys. 2 tutorials, in fact, because I think I wanted to do Christmas coasters. I've just been so mentally drained from work. But I do have 5 days of vacation time coming up from work. 2 of those days are on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I've never ever had Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off from work at the same time ever. So this is like so cool. And I'm going to be with my grandparents. So I can't wait for that. And until then, yep, I will have those 3 days to hurry up and get Christmas presents wrapped up and packaged and everything. That's all the ice yarns I have. I will have another order next week arriving. I'm going to try to get those tutorials prepped and ready for you guys, and I'm going to put this blue yarn on the knitting loom. I'm more than likely going to work up about maybe 10 rows of each color, and I'm going to work them up together, not separately. I'm going to work them up together and then take it off the loom so you guys can see that, and the pieces won't get separated and all that junk. But I got more Puzzle Baby. This is, you know, for the niece that I have, and this is for the baby girl that my friend has, which she's still in NICU, by the way. Please continue praying for Winter Shelby. She's still in NICU. They posted a picture of her yesterday. But she's still doing about the same. She just needs a lot more healing. Oh, pricing, by the way. I spent altogether with shipping $135.83. The yarn was $68.88. The freight was $66.95. But just under $140, $136. I got 83 balls of yarn, and I spent $2.57 each per skein, and that's with shipping. Include your yarn value, your freight value, all together. Divide that up by the number of balls of yarn that you have all packaged together. I got 83 balls of yarn. I just showed you guys 83 balls of yarn. Not including Premier. This is not ice yarns, obviously. But 83 balls of yarn, $2.57 per ball. That is a steal. I'm telling you, ice yarns is well worth it if you have a budget of $200, $50 to $200. I recommend it big time because you get a big value. Do your calculations at the end of your cart, at the end of your shopping. You got your closeout bags of yarn for like $3 a piece, maybe $4 a piece. I've got a crochet hook that's maybe $2 or $5. Add one of those in there if you want to. Add up every single penny, including freight. Add up your balls of yarn. Don't include your hooks in. Take off $2 for that hook if you want to. Or you include that hook as one ball of yarn. Include that hook as one ball of yarn if you want to. And keep the $2 added on. 83 balls of yarn. $2.57 per ball. I didn't get a hook this time. I'm just saying for reference. If you do get an accessory or a hook of some kind included in, add each individual accessory as one ball of yarn and keep the price added in. You'll see the value. If you are spending $5 or less per ball of yarn, then I say your order is well worth it if you want to go ahead and place it. Say your budget is $100. Don't put in more than $50 worth of yarn. You got to have money for that freight. So that's my calculations. $2.57 per ball. I am extremely happy with that. You cannot get all this type of yarn. You can't get these for $2.57 a piece at the store. You just can't. These are like $7 a piece at the store because the yarn is higher in our local stores because they've already paid shipping and they raised the price of yarn to cover the shipping that they paid to get it there. So this was $3. This was like $4 a package. Let me double check. I got 3 skeins of that self striping, and it was $4, I believe. Let me double check. Someone just pulled in front of my window. Turquoise shades. No, it was $7. It was $7, but this is a good deal. $7 for 3 skeins. That's like $2.20 per skein. $2.33 a skein. That's not bad. $2.33 a skein, not including the shipping. I think that's a good deal. But I do need to email iSharon's about that. And I will leave them a link to this video if they want to see it. And I'm scatterbrained. I have all this other stuff I still want to do. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here and watching my videos and bearing with me. I'm so thankful now for my videos also going past 33 minutes because now I'm at 37 minutes. So thank you for listening to my rambling, watching my yarn, dealing with the noises, dealing with Raven's BS and her meowy meowy stuff. She's actually watching TV through the window. She's watching those people that just pulled up, and there's leaves blowing, and there's a tree branch, a huge tree branch that fell in the yard. But yeah, it's very quiet. And so now I'm going to get everything else done and work on these tutorials and work on these yarn projects, get these hats sewn up and relax and figure out dinner and celebrate 420 and I don't know, just all kinds of stuff. My mind is just cranking out ideas right now, all left and right, and all the stuff I wanted. I was productive. I already did 2 hours worth of chores. I did 2 loads of laundry. I took my trash out. I cleaned out Raven's litter box, and I did my dishes. My dishes are in a heated dryer right now. I mopped my kitchen and bathroom floors. I didn't vacuum, but I did do a lot today. And I'm so happy I got all the chores done. And now I can relax and put all this yarn away and get these hats finished and get my Christmas presents finished. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Y'all have a blessed one and happy crocheting. Mwah.